Have you ever experienced the hurt of having someone you really care about ignore you? They act as though you are unimportant, ignoring your feelings and emotions. Whatever love and devotion you bestow onto them, they never seem to prioritize you. But what if there was a way to break this tendency, to give them an overwhelming desire to cherish and give you priority? We're going to share 10 vital guidelines in this video that will help you become someone that people desire in their lives and find incredibly captivating. We encourage you to watch through to the very end to see why each and every rule we cover is so important to improving the dynamics in your relationships. Let's get started now. First rule, keep things vague and enigmatic. The strength of the unknown rests within its mystery, which is what draws you in. Let this be your guide. Be present, but maintain an air of mystery, like a book with some chapters gently concealed, enticing others to turn the pages with an increasing feeling of excitement. Seneca accurately said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." In talks, explain things gradually and thoughtfully, rather than all at once. Unfold the fabric of your life, one thread at a time, and let people fill in the blanks with their curiosity and interest. This strategy makes your identity seem like a mystery that people want to solve. It builds their curiosity and pulls them farther into your character's maze. Think about the historical persona of Cleopatra. Her mystery, which she created around herself, was just as alluring as her physical attractiveness or strength. She was a mysterious leader whose intentions and ideas were frequently veiled, which is what made her such a captivating historical character. Allow your words and deeds to be as random as a meandering route through unknown land. Others will be drawn to you because of your unpredictable nature and desire to learn more about the depths of your soul. By not disclosing everything about yourself right first, you allow people to come along on your journey and to explore and learn. Simply defined, your life is a series of unfolding chapters that each reveal a bit more about the fascinating, multifaceted person you are. It's not an open book for everyone to read. Maintaining this aura of mystery makes you an alluring presence that makes people want to stay around you just a little bit longer. Rule number 2, instill a dread of being lost. People often overlook things that are easily accessible, but when there is a chance of losing something, attitudes change significantly. Imagine yourself as a vital part of their lives, someone whose absence creates a chasm. You are an essential requirement, not just another choice. How is this made possible? By becoming the epitome of self-sufficiency and independence. Even without them, your life is an exciting adventure that is satisfying and whole in and of itself. It's this self-assurance and independence that captivates people. They view being a part of your life as a treasured privilege rather than a fundamental right. Your strength lies in your self-sufficiency and the unique adventure that is your life. Marcus Aurelius famously remarked, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This attitude is in line with the Stoic philosophy. People will start to realize that you're a powerful presence in their lives, rather than just another person vying for their attention. They'll start working harder to hold you around. You are here to be appreciated, not to seek love or grovel for small amounts of attention. They ought to be the ones vying for your focus. So cultivate a small dread of losing you. Allow them to actively pursue a relationship with you, seeing you as the valuable asset that you are. You are a vital winner in this game of life that they cannot afford to lose, not just a player. The relationship that existed between Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak in the early years of Apple is a good illustration to show this idea. Wozniak was a talented engineer who played a key role in developing the initial Apple computers. His creative designs and technical know-how were essential to Apple's early success. Recognizing Wozniak's special abilities and the value he added to their company, Jobs put out great effort to promote and magnify Wozniak's contributions in addition to working in tandem with him. Wozniak was more than just a co-founder in this collaboration. He was a vital component whose departure would have had a profound effect on Jobs' goals and Apple's prospects.
This dynamic exemplifies the idea of making oneself an indispensable asset in any collaborative endeavor, and highlights the need of appreciating and acknowledging distinctive contributions.
Third rule, make your own happiness. This principle highlights the idea that genuine happiness is something that one creates for oneself. It's about embracing the qualities that naturally make you more attractive: self-assurance, contentment, and independence. By taking care of your own feeling of fulfillment, you avoid depending on other people to make you happy. People find you more appealing because of your unquestionable charm, which comes from your independence and confidence. People who radiate optimism and confidence are inherently captivating. When you find contentment within yourself, you start to shine for others, inspiring and giving hope. By pursuing happiness for yourself, you demonstrate that you are not looking for fulfillment from another person. On your own, you are a whole and happy person. This strategy is appealing because it absolves people of the duty to ensure your happiness. Instead than looking for joy in other people, your goal is to spread the joy you've created and make the lives of others around you better. Your aura becomes captivating as you radiate confidence and optimism, which in turn draws people to you. The key to creating one's own pleasure is captured in a phrase from the Stoic philosopher Seneca. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. Recall Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt personified the idea of pursuing his own happiness in spite of a number of personal hardships, such as losing both his mother and wife on the same day. He led a vigorous life, taking up boxing, traveling across the Badlands, and volunteering in the community. His gregarious demeanor and boundless energy came from a deep reservoir of resilience and delight that came from inside, not from circumstances or outside validation. Roosevelt was a captivating and well-liked leader because of his contagious energy and independence, which also defined his personal life. His capacity to discover satisfaction and meaning within himself in spite of outside obstacles made him a remarkable historical person who epitomized the force of self-generated contentment. Rule number 4. Invest in yourself and be expensive. Recognize that you are a gem that others should aim to possess, a rare treasure. You add value not just by being there, but also by making a meaningful and purposeful contribution to someone else's life. Recall that easy things are frequently taken for granted. Genuine gratitude is the result of hard work and dedication. They get more and more attached to you as they invest their time, feelings, and energy into you, turning you from a passing curiosity into a treasured presence. Your job is to demonstrate that you are a valuable, enriching addition to their life and deserving of their sincere pursuit, not to frantically cling to them for affection or attention. Give them a chance to invest in you so that they would value having you in their lives and not want to lose you. The essence of your worth is embodied in the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. It is not only in existing, but also in being pursued and aimed for. Think about the history of Alexander the Great and Aristotle, his mentor. Aristotle was more than simply another tutor in the life of the young prince. He was a philosopher of great insight and understanding. He saw himself as a ray of wisdom and astute strategic thinker, qualities necessary for managing an empire. Alexander, who was well known for his intelligence and ambition, spent a lot of time and energy studying under Aristotle because he recognized the importance of his teachings. This was not your average student-teacher relationship. Rather, it was a partnership in which the student viewed the teacher as an invaluable resource, a fount of knowledge that demanded sincere study and deference. Alexander was taught by Aristotle via a difficult path towards wisdom rather than an easy one, which made his lessons an invaluable part of Alexander's eventual greatness. Fifth rule, don't let them take up all of your time. It's important to keep in mind that other people shouldn't be the center of your existence. Imagine yourself as a lone bright star that shines throughout the night, driven by your own brightness and life. You are on your own, not in the path of anybody else. It is crucial to avoid allowing someone else to become the center of your existence by keeping your universe too narrowly focused on them. You are an individual with your own goals and aspirations. This kind of thinking gives you an enigmatic charm that keeps people interested in the parts of you and your motivations. Your independent nature and daring manner bring a desirable depth to the partnership. It's about keeping your individuality while enhancing each other's life. When you don't make them the center of your existence, you become more attractive and appealing. You may keep evolving and infuse your relationship with excitement and a welcome sense of liberation by living a life free from needless relationship constraints. The Stoic philosopher king Marcus Aurelius famously remarked, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." This statement touches on a lot of important points about keeping your independence in partnerships. Take Sir Isaac Newton, a well-known historical figure, as an example. A talented scientist whose work altered our perception of the cosmos. He enjoyed a fulfilling personal life full of friendships, hobbies, and personal goals, despite the demanding nature of his innovative work. In addition to being a wonderful scientist, he was also a well-rounded person, respected for his independence and depth of character, as well as his ability to strike a balance between his professional accomplishments and personal identity. This striking illustration of how preserving one's individuality can result in a more fulfilling and balanced existence is this person's ability to preserve both personal independence and professional focus. Sixth rule: put your own needs first. This guideline highlights how crucial it is to prioritize your personal wants and well-being above all else in a partnership. It's critical to stand up for your value and avoid circumstances in which you're treated unfairly or with less respect. You don't accept anything less since you have a strong sense of your own worth. You shouldn't have to compromise your happiness and self-worth for someone who doesn't provide you the respect and attention you deserve. You send a strong message to others that you will not let your feelings or value undercut by putting your own needs and happiness first. You are an equal in any partnership, and your wants and feelings come first. Recall that you are not here to get attention from people or to be overlooked. Your objective is to cultivate connections that are based on self-respect and are wholesome and kind. In the eyes of others, you become more appealing and powerful when you speak out for yourself. This rule basically serves as a reminder that your health and dignity should always come first. This is about giving your own goals and interests the attention they deserve. Marcus Aurelius famously remarked, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." This quote, which is reminiscent of the Stoic school of thought, is consistent with Rule 6 and emphasizes the significance of one's perspective and response in interpersonal relationships. When considering Rule 6, the life of Lucius Quinctius Cincinnatus, a Roman general and statesman, provides a moving illustration. Renowned for his military and political prowess, Cincinnatus was also known for his unwavering commitment to his values and dignity. He continuously put his principles and honesty above the lure of political power and the arguments of allies. He distanced himself from people who did not share his values and preferred the simplicity of his farm above the ostentations of authority when it was not necessary. His narrative highlights the significance of putting one's own wants and ideals first, demonstrating the resilience that comes from respecting oneself and placing one's own demands and well-being first in all areas of life. Rule 7. Don't be on hand all the time. Just as the rarest jewels aren't found everywhere, neither should your availability. Understand the worth of your time and that it is not a resource that should be freely given away to suit the whims of others. Give the story of your own life first priority. Imagine living a life free from the demands of others and without having to always be on guard. You are the explorer of your own cosmos, and those who venture within enjoy privileges. The key is balance. Refrain from always being available, waiting for them to leave a message, or attending to their every need. Show that you value your time and attention. People are naturally drawn to other people who share their interests and goals. Their interest is piqued when they see that you're not just waiting around. They start thinking about your commitments and getting envious. Constant availability implies that they can reach you whenever they'd want. But keep in mind that you are an investment, not simply anybody. The goal is to demonstrate that your life is full and active, both with and without them, not to play games. They come to appreciate the moments they get to spend with you when you're not constantly available to them. Thus, avoid the need to be reachable at all times. It is important to value your own time and perception over the fear of missing out or being less available to others. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca famously said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." Consider the story of Ada Lovelace, a creative and intelligent woman. Ada, a writer and mathematician, is frequently hailed as one of the original computer programmers. Ada did not live up to the expectations placed on women in her time, when their duties were strictly defined by always being obedient or available. Rather, she gave herself all to her job, delving into intricate mathematical ideas and working with prominent peers like as Charles Babbage. Her attractiveness and mystique were enhanced by her refusal to be constantly accessible and her emphasis on her own undertakings. Ada's tale serves as a tribute to the value of preserving one's uniqueness and the allure it might engender. Her life was not one of reaction, depending on others. Instead, she forged her own way and enthralled everyone in her vicinity with her unwavering enthusiasm and intelligence. Rule 8. Quit constantly striking up a conversation. The fundamental idea behind Rule 8 is to develop a methodical strategy for striking up a conversation in any kind of connection. It's about realizing that it might not always be advantageous to strike up discussions on your own. Sometimes it's important to let the other person take the lead as well. This method gauges their interest in you and demonstrates that you have a diverse range of hobbies and pursuits in your life. Continuously making contact could inadvertently convey the message that you are always available, perhaps too eager. This is about cultivating a sense of mutual respect and effort in the relationship, not about playing mind tricks. According to a quote by Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. In the context of communication, this involves avoiding mimicking actions that could cause imbalance or give the impression that you are being taken advantage of. It's not about running after attention or approval. Rather, it's about preserving your honor and self-respect. Rule 9. Try not to get too connected. This demonstrates the skill of emotional equilibrium in the process of taking on greater importance in an individual's life. It highlights how crucial it is to make sure your needs are acknowledged and recognized in a relationship by resisting the need to allow your feelings control its dynamics. It all comes down to finding the ideal balance between expressing your emotions and being composed. Even though our emotions are fundamental to who we are, over-expressing them can occasionally obscure our actual value. Rule 9 is about having patience and control over our emotional responses. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Rule 10. Be prepared to leave them behind. The core of Rule 10 is accepting the authority to leave a relationship that does not value you. This guideline emphasizes how crucial it is to regard yourself and keep steadfast self-respect. In any relationship, it's critical to establish boundaries and expectations for how you want to be treated. Regardless of the emotional ties that may still be present, it is necessary to have the guts to move on when these expectations are repeatedly not fulfilled. This is an important act of self-care, not an act of insensitivity. It is evidence of your commitment to maintaining your dignity and your unwavering refusal to jeopardize your health for the sake of someone who doesn't value you. By demonstrating your preparedness to leave, You also give the other person a strong signal about how serious the matter is. This insight may help them realize how crucial it is to value and prioritize you if they want to keep you in their lives. Building wholesome, mutually respectful relationships is your aim, not clinging frantically to ones that don't make you happier or boost your self-worth. This occasionally entails having the strength to let go when it's appropriate. The core of Rule 10 is the realization that your inner strength and self-respect are within your control, even when external relationships are not. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. Consider the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who was renowned for both his leadership and philosophical acumen. Even with his great strength and influence, he was frequently involved in intricate political plots that ran against to his values. He made the decision in these cases to break away from these connections, showing that one must be prepared to leave relationships or circumstances that jeopardize one's morality and sense of value, even when one is in a position of considerable power and attachment. His decision embodies the spirit of this guideline, emphasizing the value of putting one's own principles and dignity above continuing in partnerships or other circumstances that devalue oneself. We have looked at 10 essential techniques for leaving a lasting impression on other people. These include keeping your identity a secret, avoiding being too accessible, allowing people to invest in you, and putting your own needs first. Maintaining a healthy balance in your communication style and making sure that other people don't take up all of your time are vital. You become more appealing when you work on your own emotional stability and happiness. Never forget how important it is to value yourself and be prepared to end connections with others who don't share your opinion. This is about developing connections that are polite and healthy, not just about getting attention. You become someone that people want to prioritize just by virtue of living up to these ideals. Remember that you have the ability to make decisions in your life, including the decision to give up if you ever feel like you're merely an option. You deserve to be treated with respect and recognition for the enormous value you possess. We urge you to consider these observations, think about them, and make a personal commitment as this video comes to a close. To demonstrate your commitment to living as your best self, share this pledge in the comments below. If Rule 6 struck a chord with you the most, for instance, just say, "I will prioritize my needs first." You're prepared to cut ties with anyone who treats you poorly at this point, in order to devote your time and attention to those who improve your quality of life and highlight your